Hi everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. We're going to get a little pressure testing done here. So this C-72, it's one we had the bench yesterday, and it was a little difficult to get it to tune, get it dialed into where I thought it was about right. And then when I started doing the tip test, at one point it was obvious fuel had puddled, and then all of a sudden it sucked it. So I went over and then kind of forward, and it just brrr. Now it came back and it didn't do it again, but that is one potential indication of bad crankshaft seals. And if that's the case, I want to know about it. So I've talked with you guys about this before. I tend to use the devices that are already on the saw instead of building blank plates. And I just cut pieces of rubber. This is 3/16 inch thick rubber. And I've just, again, blocked off the intake and the muffler with that. I find it works. So I'm going to set this to pressure and see. Alright, so it's pushing the piston back. Alright. Now I cannot build pressure. And I can't tell where or why. So I'm going to start with my blanking. Make sure that I got that well. Now the intake side seems to be good because there's no soap bubbles up there. We'll see if I got the muffler well. No bubbles around the muffler. Well, I don't know where this thing is leaking, but it's apparently significant. Just for grins, we're going to put her over on, ouch, vacuum. What is this thing doing? Oh, come on. Alright. Now it's working. Can build vacuum on my thumb. So, we have a fairly significant leak somewhere. Now again, I've always found the flywheel side to be the biggest culprit. But given that it's easier to get to the clutch, I think we're going to check that first. Yeah, there are no bubbles coming out of there. Suppose I could check the crankcase gasket down here. And ain't that. But whatever this leak is, it's significant. So, let's say we'll check this clutch side first. this is going to get fun. And to put a stop on the piston here. Since this came with one, why shouldn't I use it? It's plastic, so it would break before the piston did. I don't normally use these things, but again, for whatever reason, this saw had one in it. So what the hell, it's convenient. Let's see if we can get this clutch broken loose without too much drama. Alright, you guys can see that. Normally you can't when I'm breaking these loose. We will see if I can get enough leverage at that angle to not make a mess. Alright. That's funny. One of the manuals I was going through said that was supposed to be 13/60s. I've never been able to get it to fit. Always just had to use the 7/8. And it's never slipped, so we're going to keep using it. Okay, so we're going to have to roll the engine over until it finds that stop, which is right there. And just like that. No drama. I like that. You notice I wasn't just reefing away. It was nice steady pressure. Keep increasing it, and all of a sudden she'll give way like that, and you don't break anything that way. Now I will say there's a congregation of debris right here. But most saws do get dirty. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet. We'll put some pressure on it and see if we get any bubble in right here. If we do, we know where to start at least. Nothing there. Man, I'd like to know where the hell that pressure is going to. But it isn't there. So, get the clutch reinstalled and at least have this side buttoned up. I was hoping this wasn't the case, that we'd have to go to the flywheel side, because it's just a lot more work. But it is what it is. That didn't have a thrust washer in there. Yeah, it had to. Which one was it? I shouldn't have mixed these up. That one. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now, unfortunately, wasn't totally tight. Make a stinky little mess. We're gonna have to pull the flywheel. This almost looks like it's been hammered on at some point. Maybe that's just the way it was machined. Get these starter pawls out of the way so we can use those holes for the puller. Say, when I found good heavy spark on this, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to tear this side of the engine apart. The washer was missing underneath that pawl. So maybe it's a good thing that we're getting in here, since obviously we're not the only ones that have been. I think these are the number 12s, yeah. So I've kind of supplemented this kit. This is one of the ones that Custom Chainsaw Parts sells. Oh, there's that washer, just blind. And he, I don't know where he's sourcing them from, it doesn't really matter. It's decent enough. This is a steel plate, and I've distorted this one somewhat, but not excessively. I've pulled some pretty rough ones. So these are the screws that come with it. I have supplemented it with a couple starter housing screws, the long ones from a Super XL. Those are perfect for some of these. You get a nice thick gauge washer that you can put under that larger head. You can pull some pretty good stuff. Alright, should be a good straight pull. They're definitely stronger than the off-the-shelf hardware. You're not quite centered. There we go. Okay. Let's see if a love tap will do it. Let's loosen something up. Either it's bent the plate. Doubt it. Maybe. What are you doing? Okay. Pretty clean, all in all. I don't get the impression that this saw is one that's seen a huge amount of use. I'm wondering if this seal, if we find this seal is bad, it must have just rotted from heat and sitting. Rubber will do that. These saws that have gotten some regular use, actually, their seals hold up better because you're getting some regular lubrication. The downside is we do have to take the danged ignition system off too. That's why I was really, really hoping this could have been made easy. We find the problem over on the other side. But that's seldom the case. 3 screws ought to get this off. Anybody who sent me a saw in the last month knows turnaround times haven't been that great. Trying to catch up this weekend. So that's why I'd love to get a couple easy wins here. God, that looks just beautiful and clean. Nice to open a points box up and not see a big pile of gobbledygook. It's amazing what some of these saws have actually managed to run while being garbaged up, so to speak. Okay, that might be enough. Clear that crankshaft. Alright. Okay. Adapter back. So you've got multiple options. I don't remember which website I bought it from, but somewhere buried over there is a little fitting that has a hose bar that just screws right in here. It's got an O-ring on it. I just took one of my extra compression tester hoses, pulled the Schrader valve, and I use it because it's a nice extension. It seals well. And it gets it out here where I can work with it instead of right down at cylinder level. And it fits the size hose that goes on this tester a little better. Okay, well, let's see what we get. Nothing. Now, how is that? I sure love wasting time. Okay, so I'm kind of a dumbass. It happens. And yeah. Hal, don't take that seriously. So what had happened is I had cut my block off rubber just a little shy back here. So I made a new one. There's 10 psi. Rock solid. So let's go to vacuum. And this may end up having to suck the piston back. One thing I've noted when you're doing vacuum, you got to go way past where you want to be, and then it'll settle down. Like that's settled. Land on 11. Other than my hand moving a little bit, that's rock steady. So, the tuning difficulties were just that. They were tuning difficulties. Whether it was old fuel that had congealed down in the crankcase, or just being out of tune initially and puddling and needing to clear itself out, I am comfortable that this crankcase is good and tight. So, I can sleep better at night. If a guy spends all the money to ship one of these big old heavy things to me and there's a possibility that those seals are bad, I sure don't want to send it back. So, there you go. That is pressure testing a C-72.